Just me and a million thoughts? Wow, it is busy in here. This reminds me of being at an intersection of a busy street in Delhi. My life is so busy that I never get a chance to really see how busy the mind is. I can't really stop my life, but I can sure clear the chaos in my mind by practicing stillness. So that is really the first benefit of meditation. Learning to break the cycle of busyness and just be. Once everything settles and more peace is experienced, I know that I will be a happier person. It does seem strange how watching the mind like this can lead to happiness.
So the ancient masters, they compare the mind to like a wild monkey mind, they say. I love the analogy of a tiger, a wild tiger. It's because the mind is just so awesome, it's so beautiful, it's so powerful, but at the same time it's wild, because we can see when we sit in meditation, it's very difficult to control the mind. So that is why the name of the course is Tiger Rider, because we are attempting to do something that's incredibly difficult, but yet quite possible.
I'm sitting here, meditating. On what? There must be a technique other than just feeling like one is crazy. I read somewhere one should watch the breath. Although that is boring. Maybe a mantra or a verse is good to recite. Maybe I should do some special breath work like they teach in yoga. I got it. I will do some elaborate visualization and see myself as a divine being. Oh wow, now I am confused. What do I start with? And must I practice one meditation, or can I do many? I have read a few books and practiced a few, but which one will get me to happiness faster? I guess I need a proper teacher and start from the beginning.
My teacher, my meditation teacher, once said that the mind is like an ocean during a storm, and that there are these winds of agitation that blow across the surface of the ocean, causing these massive waves of emotions and disturbing thoughts. Now, the practice of meditation is then to cut off those winds of agitation, and thereby then letting the ocean settle. So those waves of emotions and disturbing thoughts can then settle, and then the surface of the ocean becomes just peaceful and calm, like glass. And when it becomes like that, we then are able to look into the depths of the ocean, and we can actually go into the ocean and see clearly what is there. And that is how people attain realization in meditation, is that they have never been able to look into their minds to explore the nature of themselves because of the busyness, because of the lifestyle, the distractions. But as soon as we are able to limit those distractions through meditation, then we can start to have an experience of our true nature. In order to truly understand what it's like to have a proper meditation practice, you have to practice. It's kind of like if you went to a restaurant and you looked at the menu but never ordered the food, you would never understand or would never experience what it's like to actually taste what's on the menu. you would kind of like mistake the menu for the meal, which would be crazy. So we could read a lot about meditation philosophy, and we can have an idea of what meditation is all about. But until you actually develop a proper practice taught by a proper coach, trainer, you can never really understand until you taste the experience of a prolonged and dedicated practice under the proper guidance. So imagine if you went to a restaurant and the waiter handed you a menu, and the menu looked so amazing, like you could just get a feel for what was on offer, but then you mistook the menu for the meal and you never actually landed up ordering anything. In this way, you may have an understanding of meditation, you may have some kind of idea, some concept, some philosophy, but you can't really understand or even taste the benefits of the practice until you actually practice, until you dedicate yourself to exploring something vastly profound, probably the most important journey that one could embark on in this life. It is our complete and utter evolution as a human being to undertake these practices, and only once you have started that journey with small, sort of one step at a time, can you truly understand the benefits in terms of your happiness, your peace, your stillness. And then obviously this naturally extends to others.
My phone is ringing. I left it in the lounge. Perhaps it's an important call. Maybe I should go and see. Hey girl, you are here to train yourself to be still, not to be distracted and swept away by every little thing. Remain steadfast like a solid mountain. I wonder what we can have for dinner. We haven't had butternut soup in a while. Maybe. Oh dear, my mind is wandering constantly. Why can't I keep my mind on one thing? I really don't have much control. Am I crazy? Once the thoughts settle, I feel more at peace, a little closer to a me that is real and free of emotional turmoil. In the deepness of this experience, I see a vastness to me that I never saw before.
So when my students start practicing meditation for the first time, they're amazed at how their minds are all over the place, that they are unable to focus on one particular object for a certain amount of time. And that object may be just watching your breath, or aware of sounds, or mindfulness of the body scan. There's many different techniques that I teach. But they are disturbed as to why the mind cannot just remain in one place. And then automatically people say, I can't meditate, I can't do this, this is not for me, I'm not cut out to do this. But the thing with that is that all our minds are like that. Our minds are constantly moving and being distracted, and we find it difficult to keep focus all the time. So the art of meditation is then learning to love oneself. And how do we do this? We give ourselves a break. Whenever the mind moves, we say, instead of beating ourselves up, instead of saying, "You stupid, you crazy, why can't you just focus on one thing at a time?" Which is a common thing that we do over and over again when we're sitting in meditation or in daily life. Then when that happens, we say, "Oh wow, I've just noticed my mind has moved." And then we bring it back to the object, and then we congratulate ourselves. We say, "Well done, you've noticed that your mind moved. And well done for bringing it back to the object. That was fantastic." So in this way, it is a very amazing and profound system of learning to love oneself, of learning to give oneself a break. And this creates a pattern, a habit of giving oneself a break in meditation and in daily life. So on the course, there's a big part of compassion, of loving kindness. And once we are learning to be kind to ourselves and love ourselves, then we start to see relationships around us, with our family, with our friends, with our colleagues in the work environment, etc. These relationships all start to improve because this state of mind is then coming from us and shining out towards them. So in this way, the benefits of meditation that I've explained just briefly over these few minutes is really just a nutshell. It is so much more than this. What I've given you is like a drop in an ocean of understanding. So this is something that I encourage everybody to explore. So thank you very much.